Good Thursday, everyone, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is the in-depth video forecast analysis discussion for Thursday, the 12th of September, 2013. Busy weather forecast going into today and during tonight as well. This morning before sunrise, we have a smattering of mostly clear skies, but there is even some low fog scattered around the area and quite a bit of haze in the atmosphere across most of the observation stations this morning too. Winds are all out of the southwest. It's a soupy air mass with air temperatures in the upper 60s and lower 70s already starting out before sunrise this morning, and the dew points are responding of that too. They're in this sticky low 70s across the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area this morning. You can already see a few showers developing here. This is a pulse storm just southeast of Allentown and west of Hillsborough in New Jersey this morning. This cell in particular has some lightning with it. And we have another smattering of a few cells here across upstate New York and into northern Passaic County in New Jersey this morning. These are some of the storm reports from yesterday, where we had some wind damage and hail reports across southeastern New York from Binghamton all the way down into Scranton, and wind reports across central Pennsylvania from Williamsport down to State College yesterday. We expect a lot more of these reports to translate east-southeast through the Poconos into New Jersey, New York City, Connecticut, the upstate regions of the Connecticut River Valley, and the Hudson Valley of New York as well. Central and southern New Jersey, not as much until later this evening and early tonight, and down into the Philadelphia and northern Delmarva region into Wilmington, probably getting in on some of this action during late this afternoon and this evening as well. We just have some small craft advisories up at the current moment until 6 p.m. on Friday for the Chesapeake Bay, and also well out on Long Island, actually out of into southern New England's coastal waters south of Cape Cod. Small craft advisories. But small craft advisories may be needed along the New Jersey and New York waters tomorrow as the cold front comes through and the wind shift with gust offshore, and we'll take a look at that. And this whole area here will begin to fill in with aerial thunderstorm watches probably, and probably some urban and street flooding, and possibly even some flash flood watches or warnings as these thunderstorms really get going late this morning into this afternoon and this evening. Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has placed this area, southern New England, the Adirondacks, all the way down into central and southern New York State, the Hudson Valley, northwestern New Jersey down through just north of Trenton, and all the way down through central Pennsylvania, including the Pocono region, and a slight risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. And that's because the cold front coming through, the high precipitable water values, we do have moderate to high shear in the wind profiles setting up in the modeling for late this afternoon and evening, and these showers and thunderstorms will be capable of very heavy downpours, strong gusty winds, hail, and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. Not much to tell on the early morning satellite imagery, the visible imagery, but we do note a lot of clear skies here. There are some clouds, obviously, and there are a few showers about the region. The cold front is still back in through here, through the Great Lakes region, with a wave of low pressure on it, and that will be moving in our direction. But take a look at the water vapor imagery, and that tells another story. We have high pressure off the mid-Atlantic coast and a stream of moisture influx coming in from the southwest and west. Here's our cold front back and through here, and there'll be breaks of clouds and sun today, and the clouds will increase from west to east and northwest to southeast across the northern regions. Less cloud cover along the coast during early this morning and this afternoon, but the showers and thunderstorms will get there a little later, and they could really hold together. It's going to be quite a stormy day here, and that's why we'll be monitoring everything with live feeds on Facebook and Twitter right here on Garden State Weather. Morning surface composite map from weatherroanoke.com shows the prefrontal trough already setting up here just to the west over the Poconos into southwestern and central Pennsylvania down and through the northern Delmarva region and points through Virginia. This will be a focal point here as we already see some showers and thunderstorms, discrete ones, pulse-like storms developing here across Passaic County, and another here just to the south and west of Trenton. Our cold frontal boundary is back in through the Great Lakes region. The stationary boundary ahead of it is going to be kicked to the east, southeast. This is the main cold front, and the cold front behind it is where the drier, much cooler air sets up. across the region on Friday afternoon and Friday night into the weekend, with strong and gusty northwesterly winds and increasing cooler and drier air coming in from the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere all the way down to the surface. As a swathe of low pressure and upper trough here across the Great Lakes region and southeastern Canada begin to dive southeast, it'll kick this warm and nearly stationary frontal boundary to the east in a very moist and unstable saturated air mass across the northern mid-Atlantic region. We're expecting quite a bit of shear here in some of the showers and thunderstorms, and we could have a mesoscale convective complex here developing across the Ohio Valley and then sliding south and east across the region with bow echoes. That means wind damage reports and some of the heavier showers and thunderstorms that train across the region with better than an inch or two. We saw very heavy rain showers and thunderstorms producing 1-2 inches of rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain across many areas here south and north of Binghamton in New York yesterday and into southern New England as well. So it's not out of the question here that we could have some very, very heavy downpours. And if we have organized clusters of storms, as being mentioned and monitored here, we could find even a higher risk threat for severe weather watch boxes going up during this afternoon. Surf zone forecast for New Jersey and Delaware beaches today. There's a moderate risk of rip currents because we have the swells coming in from the depression of Gabrielle well off into the Atlantic coastal waters, and a southwesterly wind ahead of a prefrontal trough and cold front across the region. So today is a moderate risk of rip currents from Ocean down to Cape May and Monmouth down to Cape May, and also including parts of Delaware today. Sky conditions will be mostly sunny, some scattered showers and thunderstorms developing across the region, but more showers and thunderstorms across the region, especially toward evening and early tonight, even reaching down to the coastal waters by late tonight too. High temperatures around 80 today, beach winds south at 10 to 15, and they'll be quite fresh in the afternoon, surf around 3 feet. And also the surf temperature 68 to 73. The dominant period of the swell is every 10 seconds, so it's going to be a very active water near the coastline today. Rip current risk moderate, so remember, flotation devices are necessary and do not swim alone. And obviously the UVI index today is high at 6. Atlantic City high tide will be the next high tide will be at 1:21 this afternoon, and at Rehoboth Beach the next high tide at 1:45 this afternoon. And we did mention the threat of moderate risk of lightning will be prevalent here in the Jersey coastal waters too this afternoon. So if you're going to the beaches in New York from Coney Island out to Hither Hills, again, a moderate risk of rip currents from the swells of Gabrielle and the southwesterly flow today. Surf zone heights at around 3 feet, surf temperatures around 70. There's a moderate risk of lightning today, and the UVI index is high. Agricultural forecast from Rutgers, rainfall amounts 1 to 2/10 of an inch, with locally higher amounts today and tonight. They'll be probably much higher than that in areas that receive training or very heavy thunderstorms. No rainfall expected on Friday. Winds for spraying south at 5 to 10 today, gusty near any thunderstorm, becoming north tonight at around 10, and Friday too. And I think the winds will be even a little higher than that across interior sections too. Relative humidity 50 to 60% today, 90 to 100% tonight, and much drier 40 to 50% on Friday. Dew points again near 70 today, dropping to near 50 by late Friday. Drying conditions fair to poor in areas today. Good Friday. Frost freeze or dew. There's some dew with a chance of wetting, obviously, and showers and thunderstorms tonight. Moderate dew on Friday night. 50% sunshine today, better than 70% sunshine on Friday. For the aviational deck today is going to be a monitoring day out there if you're flying locally in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area at the terminals. We're expecting showers and thunderstorms to move into the terminals during this afternoon. There could be a few showers and thunderstorms prior to that, but the main shower and thunderstorm activity across central and southern New York, the Hudson Valley, Connecticut River Valley, the Poconos into northern New Jersey, and some of the terminals at Newark and Teterboro today, expecting showers and thunderstorms later with broken ceilings at 4,000 and 10,000. And then obviously showers and thunderstorms developing and spreading across the region during this afternoon. Could be a lot of wind shear in some of these thunderstorms too. Temperatures this afternoon getting up into the mid 80s again right now at Newark this morning at 75 with overcast conditions, a few clouds at 5,500 and broken ceilings at 25,000. So we're expecting VFR conditions this morning, marginal VFR in some haze, and then locally MVFR to IFR conditions and showers and thunderstorms as they push through the region this afternoon and this evening with strong winds, dangerous cloud to ground lightning, hail, and very heavy downpours. NAM Wharf composite reflectivity forecast going forward from Penn State's EWAL site. Start out with some mid and high level cloud cover or broken across the region this morning. There was a spotty shower or thunderstorm in the area, and then more showers and thunderstorms blossoming to our west across the Poconos and eastern Pennsylvania, central and western Pennsylvania ahead of the prefrontal trough and cold front move through the area. Now, some of these thunderstorms will be moving from southwest to northeast as the entire upper trough digs from the Great Lakes region into the northern New England states during this afternoon and tonight and on Friday. There could be a wave of low pressure as the low gets cut off here in the upper flow on Friday morning, and that means that energy coming on the base or the southern side of this would ignite any showers and thunderstorms, strong wind shear, heavy downpours. Could be looking at a very dangerous day locally, anywhere from the Poconos into the New York City terminals and even onto Long Island and southern Connecticut during late this afternoon and this evening as the showers and thunderstorms really just propagate and move through the region. Any of the showers and thunderstorms will be capable of extremely heavy downpours, strong gusty winds, hail, and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. Upper trough swings off the coast. Periods of clouds and clearing from very late tonight. Actually, most of that will occur near and after midnight. And during the day on Friday, we could find a little bit more cloud cover across the region over coastal regions as the upper trough swings through. And most of the clearing will take place on Friday afternoon and Friday evening with a strong northwesterly wind dropping temperatures in the upper atmosphere. We'll start off today close to 90 in the Newark vicinity area, mid and upper 80s early before the clouds and thunderstorms roll in. Temperatures drop off slightly tonight as the cold front begrudgingly gets through here by the terminals by tomorrow morning and off the Delaware coast by tomorrow morning. Before sunrise. Temperatures begin to drop off, peaking into the mid and upper 70s tomorrow, dropping off into the 40s and 50s tomorrow night as the winds try to abate but still stay up a little bit. And Saturday, temperatures won't get out of the 60s anywhere here in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area. A little bit more active on the tropical scene this morning. We have Tropical Depression Gabrielle still hanging in there with 35-mile-an-hour winds, minimum central pressure 110 millibars. It's moving to the northwest at 7 miles an hour, and some of the swells from Gabrielle reaching the Atlantic coastal waters of New Jersey and New York. So if you're going to the beach today, rip current risk is moderate. We have a 60% chance of this little disturbance here of cluster of thunderstorms. A broad area of low pressure in the Yucatan Peninsula, currently disorganized, but the pressures are falling and the environmental conditions are more conducive for the disturbance to become a tropical cyclone during the next couple of days. A 60% chance of that happening in the next 48 hours and an 80% chance of it becoming a tropical cyclone during the next 5 days as it moves west-northwest. Locally heavy rains over eastern Mexico associated with the system during the next several days, and these rains could be life-threatening, flash floods and mudslides. Meanwhile, we have another area of thunderstorms and clouds developing across the islands here, just about 550 miles east of the Leeward Islands, and about a 10% chance of this becoming anything during the next several days. And the system has about a 20% chance in the next 5 days. But we have Hurricane Umberto here. It's strengthened up to 85 miles an hour now. It's still a Category 1 storm, and it's moving to the north at 12 knots, about 14 miles an hour. We'll continue to monitor all of this. We'll get into the pleasant weather on tomorrow's video. We took too much time on this video today to describe the severe weather outbreak, and that will be ongoing. Live feeds on Facebook and Twitter on both websites today, and live coverage also online on GardenStateWeather.com. I'll be back bright and early on Friday morning with severe weather updates throughout the day live on both websites, on Facebook and Twitter, for GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Be safe out there today.